All right, so simplify and state any restrictions. So in this instance, the x's cancel out. And so you're going to be left with, x squared over y. Now before that was done, you take each factor, you set it equal to 0. Can't equal that. Those are my restrictions. Now for this one right here, the only thing that cancels out could be the 4 and the 8. So that's going to reduce. So I'm left with x minus 3 cubed over 2 times x minus 2 squared. The x minus 3 and the x minus 2 squared, they're not the same factors, so they're not going to cancel out. Now my restrictions, you just set the denominator, can't equal to 0, x can't equal 2. So for these, we got a factor, x times x plus 8, factor out of 4, and you get x plus 8. The x plus 8's cancel out, so you're left with x over 4. Now if I set the denominator to where it can't equal 0 and solve, subtract 32, divide by 4, here we get x plus 4 and x minus 3 over x plus 4, x minus 4. The x plus 4's cancel out. So that's your answer. That's what it reduces to. But now set in the denominator, so x squared minus 16 can't equal 0. X can't equal plus or minus 4. Now, some of the more difficult ones. For this one right here, it looks like nothing can cancel out because the factors aren't the same. Right? The x minus 3 and I have a negative x plus 3, but I can factor out that negative. And if you factor out that negative, it looks like that. The negative x goes positive, the positive 3 goes negative. So the x minus 3's cancel out, and so they end up getting x over negative 4. And then x cannot equal 3. For this one right here, the 6 and the 3, obviously, that gives me a 2. But those exponents, how does that cancel out, right? Because they're factors. They're both x minus 4. So what we have to do is we have to go back to our rules of exponents. And the exponents actually subtract. So 3 minus 1/2, that's going to give me 5/2. So I'm going to get x minus 4 to the 5/2. And that's going to be, and then it's still 2. That's going to be my answer. And then on the bottom, obviously, x can't equal 4. Here, if I factor out the x, factor out 3, those cancel out, x can equal negative 12. And then this one, this factors into x plus 2 times x plus 3. On the bottom, that factors into x minus 4 and x plus 2. Those cancel out. So your answer is x plus 3 over x minus 4. X can't equal 4 or negative 2. Minus 9 divided by 3. So from 2 to infinity. And remember, we want a graph and we want a shade. So we have an absolute value. And then if we pick a point, 0, 0, it's going to be true. So this part gets shaded. And then y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2 squared plus 4. So my horizontal shift is negative 2. My vertical shift is 4. So negative 2 and then 4. and then it's going to go down. And then, so if we pick a value, -1, 0, and we plug that in, question is it shade on the inside or is it shade on the outside? So 0 greater than or equal to, this is -1 plus 4, so that's false. So it's going to be shaded on the other side, and so that means this gets darkened.